So let's answer another question. How do I honor my own spiritual path and the Necronomicon if I already have other beliefs?
Necronomicon is coming.
So a simple question requires a simple answer. When working with the Simon Necronomicon, you don't have to go fully into believing and working with the entire pantheon. I mean, you do have to work with them. You do have to believe in their presence and in their energy, but you don't have to drop everything about what you are spiritually drawn to when you are working with the Necronomicon spellbook or the entire gatewalking system itself. You do have to honor and believe the entities that you work with. You can't believe that if you hold the notion that Marduk is fake, or Anu, Enlil, and Enki are full of junk, and there's not really any power in the entities of the Zonai and all that stuff, you're not going to get anywhere with this. So, what I'm trying to get at is, if you have another spiritual belief from another pantheon or another system, there is space within the Necronomicon workings for that. And that space is after you erect your temple and you consecrate your sacred space, before you begin with your statement of intent and all that, there's that space to honor what is referred to in the Necronomicon as your god and goddess. So your primary male and primary female deities. I have a buddy who actually sparked this idea in my head. Nice meeting you on Facebook. Anyhow, so because he himself, and I'm using you as an example, honors, I believe it's God and Mary. So, somebody else could do Zeus and Hera. I'm not going to spit out a bajillion ideas, but you get the point. Um, Before your statement of intent, you can have whatever visages or statues or whatever, or offering things or even candles for the male and female deities of your choice to call them in to be present to your workings. However, here's the little but to it. When you are going, after you invoke them and you feel their presence, when you are going to work with a 50 Name of Marduk spell, or yeah, just a 50 Name of Marduk spell, I believe. Fact check me on this one, guys, if I'm right, wrong, or somewhere in the middle. But I believe what it states in the Simonomicon is that if you are going to be working with Marduk, you need to put away any other visages or representations of any other deities, and before you devote your attention to him. And it actually is a very good idea, and I believe it's actually written in there that you should have a depiction or a statue of Marduk that you can take out for working with the 50 Nims of Marduk spells. I actually have a simple printed picture that I use because I ain't got no statue. I mean, I have a Cthulhu statue somewhere over there, but I don't have a Marduk statue. I had another point, but I lost it. Why does this always happen to me? So, essentially, what I'm trying to get at is that there is space for any other deity that you want to work with, but it's within certain parameters. Oh, now I remember. It always comes back to me. Now, the reason why you have to put away other visages before you take Marduk out is honestly, you can read about this in Sitchin's books. He's a very, don't hate me on this one, but he's a little bit of an egotistical guy. He wants to be the boss. He was crowned the boss if you read the Magan text, when he defeated Tiamat and created the heavens and the earth and the whole Enuma Elish deal. But if you actually read the Zechariah Sitchin books, Marduk himself wanted his time to rule the earth, when Enlil was technically in charge, and this was dictated by the precession of the equinoxes. And there was a war that ensued because of that, where Marduk was like, no, I want to be the boss. Enlil's like, yo, you gotta wait. And Marduk was like, I don't feel like waiting. So Marduk decided to build a giant spaceport. It's literally a spaceport, if you follow the lore, which I do. Anyway, and he wanted to make it the biggest, baddest thing ever, just to demonstrate that he is way better than his uncle, Enlil. And what happened was a war ensued, and that spaceport of his got blown up. And the spaceport was actually built by people because people were originally made as workers for the Anunnaki and stuff. Maybe I'll do an Anunnaki history video or something like that one of these days. But that's going to take a truckload of time anyway to flesh that stuff out. You can check Zechariah Sitchin's work for all that stuff, ancient aliens, jazz like that. But when Marduk's spaceport was destroyed, that is what became known as the Tower of Babel incident. So yeah, a little bit of a history lesson there, along with when you can appropriately invoke your god and goddess and why. So I hope that made sense. Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, issues about the Necronomicon that you guys may have, drop them in the comments. Shoot me an email at priesttofthenecro@gmail.com, and just let me know what you think. Good hunting.